Hello, I'm back. I'm sorry, I know it has been a few weeks. Life just catches up to you, man. Been going through a lot, but I knew we were at a pretty decent stopping point, um, given that we had just finished Crusader Kings. Had a lot going on at work and just life in general. You guys know how it goes, but finally over the hump, and I finally have some time. And I've been thinking about this for a while because I actually did the conversion right after I finished recording the what's it called, Crusader Kings portion. So I had just had it here ready to play and just never had the time to go do it. So I'm just making sure the stream is all set up, which I believe we are good. Again, if anyone is on TikTok that can confirm for me, that would be lovely. So here's a map. I know you've probably been looking at it that whole time I was talking. But it did rename us Tartaria, which is fine. You can see it's us because our emperor is Emperor Ettrick II of Gotwalk. He's going to have 5 diplomacy, 5... what's the word in this game? 5 diplomatic. Okay, 5 administrative, 5 diplomatic, and 4 military. We have level 3 of everything. It did carry over our culture. We're Salsian. I'm not sure if the other areas that were our culture would also carry over. Is the music too loud? I tried to turn it down a little, but I even still hear it. I'm going to turn it down just a little more. Let me know if I should turn that back up. We have step tolerance, so our yearly horde unity is +1 and religious unity is +25%. So I think that means we'll get along well with kind of anyone in this general area. Loyal subjects, people like us because of our culture, so we will have less desire to or actually this is good, it's for our subjects, so like our vassals and whatnot, they have 0.15% less liberty desire, meaning independence. Bound by faith, our missionaries will be 5% stronger, but we will dislike heathens, religions that we consider evil. We're horse breeders, so we can have a higher cavalry to infantry ratio, which is always good because cavalry shits on infantry. Malleable invaders cost us less for core creation, which basically is like a de jure territory from CK3, the way I understand it. If you add something as core, it's kind of like adding it as de jure land. Strength in numbers, looks like we get +15% land force limits, which is also huge. But we get less drill gain, so less training benefits. And horse lords as well, we get cavalry combat ability. So we're going to go for a big army with as much cavalry as possible. And that's going to be our military. We're obviously going to focus on our religion as well. We'll have to see how that carries over because I don't think it shows you from this screen as far as I can tell. We can see our religion up here. It did carry the Holy Salsian religion. I guess a good way to check would be... Okay, they're also Holy Salsian. They're still... Oh, they're Confucian. That's a new one. I just want to see if anyone else is randomly our religion, because that would make things a lot better. Not really. This is not up here. Still a lot of Tengriism, which is crazy. Anyway, what else? We have 118 provinces, which is huge. Obviously, Egypt is also huge, but we do expect them to crumble in EU4 with how the administrative level works. So we'll see what goes on there. Our development is 2452, which is just the total development across all of our lands. Fort level is 41. I don't remember if that's high or not. But we have one vassal, which is Transoxiana. That's this little, whoa, this little area here, which, you know, we could probably give them more land so they could be more of a buffer against Egypt, as we've had some people suggest from the CK3 streams, because right now they're literally landlocked inside of ourselves, so they're not really giving us any benefit. Like, we already border Egypt for trade, we border the south for trade, they're kind of just sitting there, so maybe we try to make them a buffer with Egypt. We probably will have to release some other subjects as well, just with how big we are. We're in the Chinese tech group. We are currently an empire, obviously. Anything else? We're gonna start in 1444. I think that's it. So let us jump on in. Wait, what's this one? Oh, we can look through the different types of maps. So terrain-wise, I mean, it doesn't like tell you the terrain when you hover it. This is what it looks like. Trade-wise, we are mostly the human trade node. Trade is going to be somewhat of an issue early on because we are landlocked. So we'll figure something out. Maybe we get something in Southeast Asia. Religion. Okay, here we go. So holy, obviously, is ours, because I can never figure out what the hell the adjective or whatever means. But we are pretty large. Obviously, Orthodox is also pretty large, but luckily Catholicism is pretty strong as well. There's anime street, and Tomatism in the left. I didn't see what else is going on over here, actually. Okay, so the Americas are pretty much wide open as well as another option. Imperialism, I think this is just the Holy Roman Empire. I'm not sure they're correct borders, but that is accurate to CK3. Diplomatic, this is just us and our vassal. Development, I believe the closer to green, the better. So we have some pretty good development down here, though I don't recall if that's actually ours. Yeah, it is. So this is our best area, Rebgong, development-wise at least. We have some pretty poor areas more towards the north, but this area here is really good. Regions. So kind of a mixture of Mongolia, Central Asia, and Tibet. A little bit of Siberia in there as well. And culture. So Saucian, that's our religion, or sorry, culture. Which did spread a bit, but it seems it is not too powerful, but no cultures really are. We actually are one of the biggest ones. So we will jump in. I guess we'll do Iron Man. I guess we can't, because again, this technically counts as a mod, so there's no benefit. But you guys watch the streams. We usually don't reload saves or anything, so it doesn't matter too much. Now, hopefully I remember how to play. So, like, the last time we did a U4 for the first mega campaign was one of my first times playing the game. And a couple of our viewers, namely, like, Captain Jack, if you've seen his name in the chat, kind of guided me on the path. And now, hopefully with that knowledge, I'll do better this time. I'm going to close my door because I'm freezing. Alright. Sorry. I also just ate a gluten-free pizza bagel, which they're kind of ass, but here we go. The Empire of Tartaria, 1444. A Tartar Emperor. Let me finish chewing first. Oh, and make sure to sub if you're not already on YouTube. We are trying to get to 500. We lost 2 subs since we ended the last stream. So let's make it back. We're down to 208. Alright. Sorry about that. A Tartar emperor ruling from Multan. That's where we started, I believe. Wait, this is a game converted from Crusader Kings. How'd they know? As the Converters team, we welcome you to the new step of your mega campaign. Hopefully there isn't a lot of border gore, but who knows. If you have any suggestions or you want to signal any bug, post on the dedicated forum thread and we'll consider your input. If you plan to have an AI time lapse, which we don't. If not, then let's resume. A Tartar emperor ruling from Multan. So, I mentioned this the last time we did it. The tool I use, I don't know if it's technically called a mod, it's just called CK3 to EU4 using the acronyms. If you just Google that, it should take you to like a GitHub or just some forum, which is essentially where you download the tool. Worked flawlessly the first time. It seems to have worked flawlessly again this time, so I highly recommend it if you haven't already. I'll try to remember to put a link below, but if not, CK3 to EU4 is how we got it converted. It takes like 30 seconds. Religion. So Tartaria is Holy Saucian, or Holy, I kind of forget the name. We're just gonna call it Holy. But it was supposed to be, it's like a 2-word thing. Holy something, just like Holy Roman, or wait, is there any religion that has holy in it? I swear. Anyway, it was supposed to be a combination, but it seems to have gotten rid of the second name. So the Holy Faith, we don't like heretics or heathens. I'm not sure I know the difference. I think heretics are people of the same religion that kind of break the religious law, and heathens are people of a different religion. Someone can correct me on that. Not too on the up and up there. We get increased devotion, legitimacy, horde unity, republican tradition, absolutism, and meritocracy. So I feel like that's really good for a custom religion coming in. So perhaps it did help us out. I know we were discussing the pros and cons of creating our own religion in CK3, so hopefully that's good. Also, we have all of the DLCs enabled again. For anyone curious, our government is a monarchy. The ruler is in place for life, designated heir. If the monarch dies before maturity, Regency Council. So we're going to try and keep monarchy as long as possible. I didn't like flipping to democracy or republic, whichever we did last time, because the elections, like, A, they're annoying. They happen so frequently. But B, it's kind of hard to get anything done, because even if someone you want gets elected with like good ratings, whatever, they like get unelected the next time around. And there's just a lot of manipulation you need to do. So I'd rather just focus on a family than like an ideology. If that makes sense. We can also do royal marriages while we're a monarchy, which helps with people liking us, especially our subjects. Augmented by the estates of the realm. This can differ from country to country, but represent strong interest groups. Give me powerful benefits, and these are like the there's 3 of them. I kind of forget the exact ones, but we'll get into that in a minute. It's basically a religious one, an economic one, and a political one, as I recall. An estate might also be a great hindrance if it's too disloyal or too influential, so we want to make them happy. Otherwise, they can probably revolt, which is even worse in the democracies because they'll get their own person elected. Governments use government reforms. This is kind of how we advance our government, get new, I call them unlocks, but basically just to improve your empire, get different buffs or nerfs. Environment. I don't recall this being a tab, but a tributary state is a special type of subject, most common in East Asia. Relationship requires that the overlord, which would be me, belongs to the Eastern religion group or uses horde government type. I think we are a horde, but I'm not sure. Overlord will protect their tributaries against attacks from non-tributary states in exchange for regular tribute payments, but apart from this, tributary states have their own independent diplomacy. Okay, so I don't know how I like that. I'd rather just make my own money than have to defend everyone for tributary payments. So we'll close that. Give me 2 seconds while I grab something, and then we'll go through all of our menus. Here is going to be our starting view. Okay. So let us see how much I remember. I never know which menu to start with. I think I'm going to start here. So our court. Obviously, we have our emperor, which is Etric. He has pretty good stats. He's strict, which increases discipline. He's a tactical genius, so we get faster movement on land, and I guess he gets another personality trait when he turns 50. We do have an heir, Celipire. That is someone from the Twitch chat, as I recall, who has pretty decent stats as well, and is married to another person with decent stats, ZZ Jared, which is also someone from CK3. Pretty cool. He has a strong claim, so shouldn't be any issue once Etric dies, but again, we're 26, so we should have quite a bit of time before we have to worry about any of this. Advisors. So again, there's more like 3 pillars. I know there's like, I think it's 7 in Crusader Kings. You have Marshal, Steward, Marshal, Steward, Intrigue, Education. What else is there? Diplomacy, something else. In this one, there's only the 3. Administrative, diplomacy, and military. So you can hire advisors for each of the 3 pillars that give you extra bonuses and boosts, which increase your monthly kind of points right here that you can spend on each of the 3. So in the beginning, we have quite a bit of land, and I'm not anticipating war, at least at the start. So since these do cost money, I am going to focus on administrative. So you can set the focus, which kind of boosts whoever you hire. But first, let's hire someone. I think we want money in the beginning. This guy's also cheaper than the other 2, though he only gives +1 administrative versus +2. 10% tax should be very helpful, though, so we're gonna do that. Diplomatically, our best thing we can get is +2. Those guys are both pretty expensive, but I think we're going to go ahead with this guy because we do need to work on our relations with everyone. Since he's the highest, I'm also going to set that as my national focus. So you can see that boosts our diplomatic monthly increase even more. And then we'll still hire a military guy. This guy's the cheapest and helps with fort defense, so sure. That is going to be our court for now. There's Salsian. Oh, no, this guy's actually the wrong culture, but they're the right religion. Next. Government. So, let me think about this again. Yes, this is our culture. For whatever reason, Punjabi is very popular, and we do not have it accepted. So we're going to go ahead and promote this for 100 diplomatic power. And that way, 93% of our cultures don't hate us. I don't know why Saucian is nowhere on here. Even though it's our primary culture, it appears that 0% of our development belongs to this culture. So potentially a glitch, of course. But we do have 93% being Punjabi. So that'll be fine, I guess, even though we're not Indian. Diplomacy. So this is basically our main tab for interacting with other people. Right now, we have one enemy, which is Delhi. I'm not sure why that is. But we'll go back here. So we only have one subject. I don't think we have any allies at this point. There's Transoxinia or whatever. Looks like we have a Kalsibeli against Ming if we ever need it. We're also giving military access to and fro for Trank. How do you pronounce it? Transoxiana. Something like that. Where should I move the sub thing? I believe last time we did it, I put that higher over here. Oops. It's always so finicky to move this stuff in Streamlabs. It was something like this, as I recall. We'll put it there. Let me know if there's any issues with that. So yeah, we need to focus on creating friends so that we can get allies and also have different trade routes. So it seems we haven't like discovered Egypt or anyone yet. But I believe like we're going to be focused on the south where all the development is. So I think Mongolia could be a useful alliance and partner, especially if we end up taking on Ming. But that will kind of solidify this central area. So, if I scroll down here to Mongolia, just remember getting a little bit used to how the game works again. But they have minus 37 opinion of me because of the religion. But we will just go ahead and try and improve relations with them. Secondarily, we do want some access to the sea, so I'm thinking Korea is a decent option. Yeah, I think we'll also do Korea for improving relations, which would be here. There's some other things we can do, such as royal marriages or like subsidizing or, you know, whatever we want to do if we do need to increase more. But I'm going to start with just improving relations on those two. And that uses, where would it be? 2 of our 3 diplomats. So we can actually use 1 more. So we may as well... see, does anyone already kind of like me? Where's Tamalakam? I can't even see where that is. Okay, they're a port town, which we may be interested in at one point, so might as well improve relation with them. All right, so there's our 3 diplomats used. We will declare a rivalry with... not Egypt yet. They're too powerful. But I believe Ming makes sense. I don't know who they're friends with, though. As you can see here, they have a lot of tributary states. They're kind of the most powerful people in this area. We do eventually want to take them out. Rivals increase your... I guess if Rajputana doesn't like us, we can just do them as well as Ming. And we'll also do Delhi because we're their rival. And see, these give us bonuses for prestige, spy networks, and provinces. So that'll be it for our diplomacy for now. Economy. Aha, so this is very important. It's really easy to go into debt in this game. So there's 4 main expenses. That's going to be colonial maintenance, which will be obviously 0 when we have no colonies. Missionary maintenance. We will be assigning missionaries. We have 2 available, and that spreads religion. So I like to max that out just to get it done faster. We don't have much corruption, but if you do, you can turn that up to get it lower. Right now, we're getting 0 increase and 0 decrease a month, so I might actually increase this by a couple just to get a net gain. I want to see that go to 0.4, but it doesn't seem to be increasing regardless, so I guess I'll leave it down at 0. No, I guess we want it at 0.41. Army maintenance. So for this, you only really want to max this out when you're at war. This increases like your morale and supply. We are not at war, and it's obviously our biggest expense. So we want to bring that down. Try and get close to even. Right now we're still negative, but we will hopefully increase our income, which right now we are getting a lot from taxation. Captain Jack, welcome. I'd suggest rewinding a bit. We're in the middle of the overview, but we covered a lot already. But if you're interested, just for the setup. But welcome. Yes, we're back. We're also going to want to get more vassals. And we'll look at trade here in a minute, but I think we can get positive. Trade. So we have 0 of 2 available. So it seems we already have 2 of our merchants somewhere, which you basically get a certain amount of merchants depending on your empire or your whatever, your country. And any buffs or nerfs, and then you can send the merchants to different trade nodes to try to pull up this view, and they can either collect coins from there if you have a decent amount being funneled there, or you can have them direct trade to another node and then have someone collect from there. And Captain Jack, who just joined the chat, let me know last time that like our main trade node is automatically collected from, so we don't need to waste a merchant there. So what I'm going to do here is first sort by income. Okay, I don't know why that doesn't work because there's more income down there. I'm guessing this is our main trade port. It's kind of hard to like do this view and then remember what land is yours. Looks like Yemen, as well as potentially Siberia, are main ones. What's this one here? This isn't ours, but we can. All right, I think we want to maybe move trade from here towards Lahore. So this would be Lhasa. So if we send a merchant here, and we have them transfer trade power, yeah, I know. Somehow that we're gonna need to look at some coastal land or allies because we're kind of landlocked, but I think we can still, at least this southern area, we can try to get built up. Lahore. So remind me, we already collect from here if it's our how do you see what your capital trade thing is again? You walked me through this last time. Yes, this is our main trading port. So we're already collecting from here, as I recall. So we want to move from here to there. We got to build up our power there, which shouldn't be too bad. And then maybe we do the same for Doab to Lahore as well. So we'll check in on that once I unpause. Technology. We're starting at 333. These are the things that will increase as our points here go up, which I talked about earlier. So we can't do anything yet, but this is very important. Or else you'll fall behind to the AI and lose every single war or pretty much anything important. So the closest we are will be military. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Ideas. I don't think we will have any unlocked. All right, this should be grayed out. I don't know why it's letting me click into it, but essentially ideas are additional buffs that you can get that increase different things, kind of similar to the technology, but this is more just general, not like staggered into different sections or anything. So well, I guess it is staggered, but you can see here the different kind of buffs you can get depending on what you pursue. Can't do anything yet though, so we'll talk more about that later. Missions are kind of, in my opinion, a great addition that CK3 doesn't have that can kind of guide your playthrough, and each different country will have a different path that you can go on. So this will be our path. Right now, it does not look like we can complete anything. We actually have a pretty small, whatever it's called. Just looking through this. Expand Tartaria. This looks like it might just be the base missions, which makes sense if we're a custom empire. As you can see, Transoxania, whatever, has a whole built-out thing. So that kind of sucks, but I guess we'll focus on building up our army, getting some allies, increasing our income. Yeah, this is definitely just like the base. Yeah, okay, so Jack, who's in the chat. Is the chat showing on the screen, Jack? Sometimes it likes to glitch out. Chat box. I think that's right. We had to move the chat box too over here. And let me just go settings. And I believe I can hit. Where is it? Refresh cache. All right. Try and type now. I want to see if that pops up. Oh, okay. It already was showing. Cool beans. Ah! Sorry. First time streaming in a while, man. I gotta get back in. All right, we'll just go here for the chat box. I guess that's fine. All right. So where were we? Missions. So yeah, nothing crazy for Tartaria. Maybe if we somehow switch to be Transoxania, or I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we may be able to form a new nation. It's kind of annoying that it gave us Tartar. Like, if it's gonna give us a unique empire, like it should have just kept our Gotwak. So we had our own name at least, but all good. So decisions and politics. This kind of works similar to the decisions in Crusader Kings. Policies are basically, again, more buffs or nerfs depending on certain things you unlock with your estates, where you can like increase your military draft or taxes, whatever it is. And then decisions work just like Crusader Kings. You can just do different things once you fit the requirements. So like here, for example, we can get the anti-Christian edict, which will basically decrease Christianity in any core or any province that we assign it on. Don't really care about that right now. We can restore the Mongol Empire, but I don't want to do that because that'll change us to a tribal government. And I can't really tell what. It looks like it's locked, but I can't see why. But I don't want to do that anyway. Enforce our heritage. It's just like a bonus, I guess. And elite regiments decreases our maintenance, or sorry, increases our maintenance, but increases our training impact. So that one's actually kind of good. But we cannot do yet. We need to get level 6 and 20% professionalism. We need to increase our stability, then we can enforce our heritage. So this is what all we would have to do to restore the Mongol Empire, but Mongolia is still a country, so we'll let them do that if they want. I mean, I guess we could come after Christianity, but it hurts improve relations, which we're kind of focused on now, so maybe I'll wait. Alright, so stability and expansion. So this is interesting. I thought that since we are so large, we would be way over our governing capacity and have to release some subjects. It did auto-release Transoxania, as I mentioned before, which we'll get to our subjects later, but we may grant them more land just so they're a true buffer against Egypt, and we don't really... So right now they're doing nothing for us. They're in the middle of our own land. They're not adding any trade routes. They're not defending any borders. They're just sitting there. So we will give them more land. I like having them, but when we release subjects, it does, like, so normally, like the first time we played, our governing capacity was like 3x what it was allowed. So we had to release people to govern themselves. At this point, we don't. But sometimes it can still be useful. I'm going to keep everything for now. But just keep in mind in the future, whenever we take land, if this does go above our capacity, we will want to give some stuff away because it has a ton of negative modifiers. But I was really expecting to have to do that, so I guess we'll just skip over that for now. These are going to be all of our different, I guess, like, constituents. We have a bunch of different groups, I guess, that could possibly rebel, rebels and possible rebels. Right now, no one is really mad at us, so nothing to do there. War exhaustion is just like, if you're in a lot of wars, people will get tired of it. Stability is big. The lower this is, the less, basically, modifiers you have on everything. Forming the Mongols, I mean, it would be, but I'd rather, like, or here, let's look at it. Because look at all you'd have to do. All provinces in Central Asia. I mean, we're working on an alliance with Mongolia, so maybe at some point we can vassalize them, and then we'd get a big boost here. And then if we have Mongolia ourselves, we should be able to take out Ming, no problem, but right now Ming is strong. But I'm assuming if we have all that land, we would be able to reinstate the Mongol Empire. Jack saying hordes are good, but I just can't imagine a tribal government doing well in like the game's based on like modernization of government, whereas that would be going backwards. But I mean, I guess we'll check it out as we get further along. Okay, so we're done with stability and expansion for now. We have, why does it say we have 2 states? Is there a way to see the states? Does not appear so, but I would assume we have a lot more than 2 states, right? There's one of these for states. No. I forget the different map modes we want to add here, so remind me as we go, please. Development's probably a good one. I guess, yeah, like look at all these little guys, and then ours is just one state. I'll go back to culture really quick. But even though it's Salsian, which is the one we created, 93% of our whatever, which I think it's because it's down here, is Punjabi. So I made that accepted. We'll probably do Afghan Punjabi too. But we do get a lot of buffs from it. I went over in the beginning. I'm not sure how to get to the screen now if you want to check that out. So for religion, again, we have our 2 missionaries that we will use to spread our religion even further. So Confucianism is Ming, so we know likey them. And then obviously Orthodox is going to be Egypt, but we can't see them yet. Yeah, let me add the culture map mode for you. So here's what we created in the last game, which is still pretty large, but I believe Saucian, Tartarian, Punjabi must be, yeah, down here, I guess, because a lot of our development's down south. So even though a lot of our land is Saucian, most of our development is occurring in the south. So I don't know if you can convert culture in this game. I think you can, so we may try and do that. But for religion, we do want to try and convert as many people as possible. We want to get them away from Confucianism and Orthodoxy to start with. So these 2 are probably our first options. So we'll send one there and one here. I should have done for my subjects as well, but whatever. We'll look at that later. Shouldn't take too long. Now, when you say a horde, do you mean tribal government? Or is horde different? Because I think I can still be part of a horde. That states thing's kind of weird to me. I feel like that might cause some issues, but we'll see. Military. Okay, so yeah, so we can still do the horde stuff without doing the Mongol thing. So we'll look into that. So our current armies, we have 3 of them. I forget. I don't think we can see it from this view. But these are our current land units, which, like I said, we want to focus on cavalry. In this case, horse archers, because we get the cavalry bonus, we get the extra cavalry to infantry ratio, and cavalry is just better in general. It does cost more. And so I'll try to explain this as an EU noob, but some of the differences from CK3 is that it is a lot more strategical in how you compose your different armies and units. Obviously, Navy we'll get into later once we have ports and access to the seas. But army-wise, you get a combat width, and this is kind of how wide your lines are. And then each army will have 2 lines. So in this case, 20 and 20 would be 40 units, 20 on each line. And what I recall is on your flanks, you want to have your cavalry that kind of will wrap around. And then in the middle is your infantry, which brings up the ratio. So if I see right, where is it? One of these should be, here we go, cavalry to infantry ratio is 50. I don't know if that means 50% or 50 to 1. Okay, 50%. That makes more sense. So basically for every 2 infantry, we get 1 cavalry. So the ideal setup here would be 2 to 1 infantry. So I guess if we have a line of 20, that would be about 12 to 8, no, 13, 14 to 6-ish. And And then I think you want your backline to be all infantry. I don't recall. But once we get into our army composition, we'll keep that in mind. Just remember the number 20. You also have that same width for your navy, but we'll look at that later. We have decent discipline and tradition. Morale is kind of what is their skill level, which that's what the maintenance will increase or decrease. Our land force limit is 45 regiments. There's 1,000 per regiment, so 45,000 troops. Right now we have 33,000. So we have 45,000. We can have essentially 40,000 per army. We probably want to do 2 armies of 20-something thousand to start. But again, no master, so please advise me when we get there. There's also generals, which can kind of be the leaders of your armies, which are really important, which again, we'll do that once we get to the army section. Subjects. So like I said, we auto-release Transoxania, who has a 100% liberty desire. The good thing is, I mentioned earlier, we want to give them more land to be more of a buffer state, so they actually have a purpose as our vassal. And giving them land will decrease their liberty desire and also increase their opinion of us. Because right now they'll probably want to go independent at any point. There's also a bunch of other things we can do, such as have them divert trade towards us. I never remember if it's additive, so basically they're already at 100. But their liberty desire here, would that go to 130, or is it smart to do that now and then grant the province after and then get the reduction? Because we want to do both. But I don't want it to mess up. So let's just grant them some land first. Such as Kujand. Is that an option? Tis an option. Okay. Shikment is not an option. What else is an option? Kopit Dog. See, these are all states the way I understand it. I don't know why it's messed up in our main area. Or maybe they're not, because it said we only have 2 states. But okay, we can only give 1 at a time. So I guess we'll start with Kopit Dag. What gives them the most or the least? 8%, 14%, but Hotan's good, as I recall. I wish I could see where Jalabad was. Again, it's kind of hard to see in this screen. Oh, it does go over 100. Okay. All right, let's just do Kopit Dag first, because that's the only one. That way I can see what's going on. And then we'll give them Konjikalakia. You can see it slowly going down. What else? What do we want to give them? I feel like it's best to make this like its own subject. So if I go back, I don't want to release more subjects right now, so I guess we'll just focus on this for now. Let's give them Kujland. Basically going to give them a bunch of stuff and then have them direct all their trade back towards us. So that way increases our income, increases our security from the West, and also hopefully can make them more powerful as a general ally. This little piece of Egyptian land is pissing me off, but is what it is. We'll give them Merv. And Charliv, or whatever it's called. Sarakas and Nishapur. And Mashad. Oh, they're strong. But I'm assuming they're going to have the Liberty Desire issues, or the administrative capacity, whatever it's called, governing capacity. Which is why we're going to have them here as a buffer state. Sabzevar. Tune. Okay, and now that they're at 64, I'm going to have them divert trade towards us. Now they're back at 94. Grant them. Just kind of connect all this first. Termez. Balk, Herat, and Gurion. Wish you could do more at one. Gurion, Bulk, Herat, and Mainana. Herat and Farah. Why are they at 100 now? Because they have a large amount of development. Okay, I see. So that kind of fucked us. But maybe we can revoke some of their... No, there should be a button for it. Isn't there a way to... No, we can't when they're above 50. Fuck. I screwed it. Basically, we need to get some more subjects. Because right now, they're mad that they're our biggest, whatever it's called. We need to improve relations. What's our relation at with them? So I guess we'll probably recall. Who is this guy? I didn't put him there. I did Korea and Mongolia. So I guess we'll recall him. And then when he gets back, we'll improve relations with them. And I think that's everything. So we have estates. I'm thinking maybe we do end up releasing this upper area since it doesn't provide much anyway, and could be a secondary vassal so that Transoxiana doesn't hate us as much. So we'll look at that in a minute. These are the three estates: the clergy, religion, basically, nobility, just, I guess, the general people. This would be, what's the word? Academia, maybe, I don't know. And then the merchant guilds, which will help with the economy. Right now, the merchants control 20%, nobility 30%, clergy 20%, and then I control 30%. So if we added a privilege, for example, we could increase our governing capacity if what I mentioned earlier, if we were over that. I don't think there's anything really we need at the beginning unless there's something that increases our subject or decreases our subjects liberty desire. So let's just see if there's anything focused on that for now. Doesn't look like anything in the merchant section. Nobility. No, 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 no. Clergy. Very owned holy province gains development of temples, so this actually seems like a pretty decent one. Development of temples. Keep that one in mind. All right, let's do that. And remember to build temples. Well, that's the only one for now. If I go back to subjects, or I forget exactly, there's a button for releasing subjects. But I forget exactly where. Here. Okay. So these are the subjects we could create. Punjab would be the biggest. Chagtay. Now we might want to do that because I recall Chagtay being this northern area. And that would be 15 provinces. But I'm not 100%. So Jack says we can go find. Guess since they don't exist, we need to search a province, which would be Yumen. But I think, isn't that our trade center? Damn it. This is what I mean. I can't tell what it's highlighting. No, so that would be down here. Yumen, Kashmir, Gilgit, Skardu, Ordoaba, blah blah. Berezov. Like, is there anyone that I can create up here? Agan, Narayan, anybody? Taraz, is that up there? Yugon? Where's Taraz? Didn't I just say that? Chulim Khan. I think I saw that somewhere, right? Kashmir. All right, where is Gilgit? Aha. We'll do that one. No, because there'll be bad religion and culture. What's over here? Noyan, Lingzhao, blah blah blah, Chulian, Taraz. Where is Uzbekistan in real life? Okay, this might be a decent one. They will follow our faith, which is good. We will go ahead and grant them the rest of this land here, and then have them divert trade as well. Shimkent, Sozak, and Talas. And then Turkestan and Saigu, whatever. Kizlikum. And Singat. Okay. And then we'll go to them and divert trade. Ha. Alright, so now we have a decent buffer over there between Uzbek and Transoxiana. I still wish we had another one up there, and this would be our mainland, but it's not offering any releasal. So this is what we will go with to begin. Punjab, it says, which I believe is like this area down here. If we go to the development map, there's also over here. If I go here, the main culture is Tartarian. Could try and set that to our main culture, but we don't have enough points. But I mean, our main culture is the biggest one by like land mass. It's just like, I think we can convert some of these as well, which maybe we'll just do that. Like this one and this one. And then we'll have a main Saucian area, which we do get pretty big buffs. Northern Africa. What's wrong with Northern Africa? Is someone here North African? I didn't see it. I don't know what you were talking about. Okay. Next. So we've gone through all of these. Should be good. We have... Where's our governing capacity now? It's at 523, so we have some room to take if we need. Let's go through our notifications first. So we have high liberty desire. We know that in Transoxiana. But we'll send someone to improve relations once we unpause. A country over here? Yeah, it's probably Egypt because they do own North Africa. Last I recall. Oh, yeah, Egypt's Northern Africa. There you go. Okay. Provincial unrest. So some people, I think this is just the game kind of loading in. So we'll check and see if that actually becomes an issue. Great projects can be upgraded. So right now we have a mosque, it looks like. And this would increase after 10 years, so I don't think we want to waste money on that yet. Missionary unable to convert a province. I don't know why it says that. What's this? A patriarch authority. Can I select myself? No, I guess we can select no one. We can build improvements. So really right now all we can build is forts, which forts essentially are very important because it blocks enemy armies from moving through your territory. We have a couple buffers there, and we already have a decent number of forts along our main border with Egypt, Rajputana, and Ming. Maybe we want like a couple more forts like here. So we'll build one there. These do cost money to maintain, so we don't want to spam them all. We're hopefully going to be boys with Mongolia, so I'm going to hold off there. And then I guess maybe one here. Yeah, we'll look at getting rid of some forts that we don't need. I think right here, or even like here, we want one more. And then let's get rid of this one. Wait, castle, is that different than a fort? No, they're all castles. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one. We don't need one here for now. Or here. Or here. The mountains are our border there. We'll get one built here. Okay. How do you check your fort maintenance again here? Only 20, not too bad. Okay, decisions available. We already looked at this. Centers of trade can be upgraded. So this would increase our trade power. But this is not our main trade hub. Trade power is important. So we will do that. We can seize land. We don't want to do that yet, but if we ever lost like control of the majority, we can seize land. We can summon a diet, which basically gives us a dynamic challenge to do. We can make states. Oh, this is why I only have 2 states. So we can click to make it a state. Let's first just do all the ones where we have all the land, such as this one. And this, okay, so that's why our governing capacity was so low, because only states will eat into it. So once we start making everyone states, we'll have to release more vassals, but that is fine. Do the same thing here. This is going to take us above 600. And upgrade the center of trade there. And then we will grant... I don't want to keep giving Transoxnia land. We'll see if there's one more subject we can create. Such as Yarkand, maybe? No. Where's Tanu? Okay, this is a good one. You're good, brother. The stream will be there if you ever want to catch up. I'll see you around. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to grant them one more province. And see where that brings our desire. We can give them a little bit more, I suppose. We'll do Kuzanek. Wow, Khan. Khan, Chulium. Chulium and Tornsk. Or Tomsk. Why are we still at 616? I'm not sure why that did not decrease our capacity, but it's not too high, so we'll run with it. Now if we go over here, we have this guy returning will improve relation. Our merchants are on their way out. Our armies. So, first thing I think we want to do is combine all of our armies. So, let's get them all in the same spot first. Actually, we'll just leave 3 armies. Or we'll leave at least one in the west over there. And we'll combine these two once they join. And then we'll look at the width and whatnot. Missionaries, buildings. Okay. I think we're ready to play. Go up to 3 on the speed. And then as soon as this guy's back, he's back. They tell us the fall of Majapahit. What do you that is, but I guess they're done playing. You guys, let's improve relations. Okay. And so then one other thing I want to do is for these shitty lands up here, we can concentrate the development to our capital. Siberia. We'll do that for now. And we want to keep an eye on our subjects. Ming has announced us as a rival. Okay, buddy. Mongolia. Can we ask for their alliance yet? Once we get 32 more opinion. All right, Ming is supporting the independence of Transoxania, which is no bueno. There's got to be a way to get them to be less desiring of liberty. Will not let me placate local rulers. Why do they have 21 regiments, dude? Guess we'll see how strong some of these guys are. Because I think we can add some more land, at least Amdo and Kam. And we have our troops right there, so if I go ahead and go like this, merge them. Again, we have 40 total, or we have the capacity for 40 total, which means we want 28 and 12, or no, 26 and 14. No. 27 and 13. I hate it being like that. So we'll do 28 and 12. No. Our front line will be 14 and 6. And then I guess our back line will be just 20 more of these guys. But we'll just do 20 for now because this costs money. And we'll assign a general. Captain Jack. Okay. And then I think we can declare war. We have no Cauce Bellis. That hurts our stability, so I don't want to do that. No Cauce Belli. God, we have no Cauce Belli on anybody. So I guess we'll need to wait on that. I don't want to get my stability too low, but early on I'll do it. Stability boost. There we go, just to keep everybody happy. The merchant down here. Oh, it's out of range, is it now? All right. We need to increase our trade power everywhere, or else we are going to go bankrupt. So we want to go to our estates, merchant guilds, trade range, and global trade power. Yes. Now, is that still out of range? Is the question. Out of range. Out of range. There's a way to... Egypt announced us as our rival. Okay. Increase taxes. Nice. May as well drill our armies. Okay, we need to figure out this trade. Almost all of it is leaving, but why? I guess we'll do that for now. I don't know. Okay. Let's create some more states. Like this one. Power projection, legitimacy. War aggression. Oh no. Egypt has declared war. Alright. So get a royal marriage going. And we'll transfer trade power. Ah, shit. Okay. Armies. So we are at war with Egypt. We anticipate them attempting to come in probably from over here. We're pretty protected, so I guess we will go here. And then our other army, we need another general. Who's someone that was in the last one a lot? We'll do Yukov. Okay. Go 2-to-1 cavalry. And I guess we'll just have them come here. Subjects. Make you guys aggressive. You guys defensive, and you guys supportive. Okay. Where is asked to prepare for war? Maybe they're already gonna help us out. Okay. Let's do a royal marriage with Mongolia. Royal marriage, Mongolia. They still won't accept an alliance, but whatever. Decent manpower. Not sure where Egypt will attack from, but we do actually need to check out our governing capacity. I forgot about that. We're way over the limit. Ugra is actually pretty decent. Share maps of... Oops, almost forgot. Need to go to our economy and... Okay, army maintenance is already maxed. Let's raise some war taxes. Alright, we're number 1 and number 3. We're at war, so... I don't know where West Slavia is. We do have a free diplomat. There's 20,000. All right, they have more cavalry coming, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Make sure no one's coming up over here. Quick pause. Still nothing on the northern front. Okay. We'll just go autonomous. We're at war, we know. Can invest in a new technology. Oh, diplomatic. So this will give us some marketplace. We can increase our trade range and whatnot. We can build marketplaces. So we will go ahead and build one in Multan, and we'll wait on another one. Okay. Bring them down there. Go ahead and siege this. Why not? Ooh, they have a big army there. Come on. No, no, no. Yes. Big battle won. And now these cats think that they can just walk in behind us. I'm gonna abandon the north and come help down here. I'm also gonna check the trade and see if anywhere has a good option. So Lahore is our main trading port. We're collecting 11. We'll put him up here to collect 5. Wait. We'll just wait a sec to see where we want to put him. Where'd this enemy army go? What is this? Unassigned merchant. I know, I know. Let's build another marketplace in Lahore. And then, oh no. We're gonna lose this one. Okay. We're gonna embargo Egypt. And then we're going to improve relations. Well, we have 31 days, actually. We don't really have any good options. I guess we'll just... do that. New technology. Temples, which we want to build a lot of, which increases efficiency, decreases corruption. So we'll want to get some of those built. Our width, I said, is 20. Right now we have 44. And we can have a max of 40. So I'm going to split these in half. Assign you as a leader of 1. And move some of you here. All right. Why are we getting obliterated so bad right there? No, I hate when it does that. It's so annoying. I just wanted them to go together. I mean, that's all they have. I don't know why our allies aren't being too aggressive, but we'll turn them up. So we're 22 here. Nicely done. Can I claim that for my religion? Alright, we're gonna remove this embargo. Alright, you guys still want to fight? Fine. Take out these rebels. I don't know if that was a good idea, but we're going to try and keep building up without spending too much on our war here, but we are winning it. And our buffer states are working exactly as expected. Thank you, Yukov Hendricks, for the idea. Alright, let's start moving back over this way. Oh, nope. I'm going to go up here. We have a lot of troops, man. Only 75,000, but more than us. $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, $13,000. Hoping my allies come and help me. Can invest in military technology. Military tactics, morale. We have another revolt. We'll just go take them out real quick. Ooh, military power. Ooh. I'm just gonna take these guys out. Is that a peace offering I heard? Arabian Empire is giving it to us for free. Where are they? Hopefully we can get by pretty quickly. Oh my god. Rebels, rebels, rebels. Where are these condoloretti I rented, huh? Why aren't these guys coming? I'm going to set all of my allies to supportive. And so then, when we go in here, hopefully all these guys follow me. Spy network. Lose prestige, gain power. Yeah, we'll be killing you, buddy. They're supporting Transoxian independence. Kasubeli against Rajapunata. Great advisor dead. Okay. Trade efficiency. Okay. We have the numbers up there, but our allies are still not supporting very much. Hopefully we can win this battle. Oh my god. Where are all these rebels, huh? Some over there. I still don't know where these 11,000 dudes I hired went. Unless, like, this is them. No. These guys aren't helping with shit. Is Syria our enemy? So many revolts. Hurry up. We need to create a rebel suppression army as well. Take some manpower. Big win. Oh, nice. There's the Conde already. Wait, why are we losing this to rebels? Attack! Oh, we had to take out a loan. We might as well use that money to increase our taxes. And our military. 32. 34. $14 and $26. No, $12 and $28. Come with me, you 20K. Okay. Now we got numbers. Would these guys follow me is the question. Or should I just go that way? Let's go sick these guys out. Because I don't know where this army went. Probably back into Egypt. Make sure no one's up north. I don't know if that's even my territory. See, they're not following me, which is a little bit annoying. But we can go ahead and create a new army. Somehow. How do we do it again? Oh yeah, here and then here. Just start doing that while we wait down here. Who were they even fighting? See, how do we lose that? They should get the crossing penalty. We have the numbers. We have the same general. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I have my allies sitting there doing nothing. Yeah. I guess maybe if I put them all on aggressive, they'll actually do something. I'm not exactly sure why they don't help. But similar issue to Crusader Kings, kind of ruins the wars. Considering we should be running through these armies, but we're going to keep losing them because they're just standing. Standing around for whatever reason. Let's see if we can increase anything. Basic financial instruments will help with trade and coastal efficiency. Can get a loan offer. 4%, sure. Ooh, we got a conversion, finally. See, I want these guys to help. That's a good general. But they're just running around. I guess they're sieging, kinda. 32,000 people this time. I really wish this war would end so that I could focus on those. I guess we'll just bring them back here for now. There's just such a low supply limit everywhere. No one up north still? Okay. Another loan, might as well use that to increase our income. Looks like the trade ones increase us way more, so R5 will increase this army. We'll do some tax ones, I suppose. We're going to be out of manpower, so this is our final stand. Our war exhaustion is also very high. God, we have so many loans coming in. Oh, let's go. The rebels are fighting them down there. Go while they're weak. And they're running. I'm going to hit a save really quick, just because it's been a while. See if we can do this without any manpower left. Oh, they're coming back up north now. Where do all these troops keep spawning from? Plus 3% professionalism. Oh, they're running right past. Sure. Now they're all up there. Interesting. Administrative technology. That'll help with efficiency. Ooh, and an idea. So, we want to focus on our economy to begin with. Which further helps with taxes. We'll get another one of those down. Or rebels, huh? This time they're all the way over there. Sweet. Let's get a diplomat out there. Whoa, Delhi. Chill, brother. Need our prestige to go up a little. Separatists, separatists. I can't focus on it because this war has been going on since the game started. Just finish this siege and go take these dudes out, please. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. These guys are about to cross right into us. Big win. Come on, man. I can't get any alliances because I'm at this war with Egypt. And our damn subject just tried to declare independence on us. Who's now allied with Ming, so now Ming's gonna come in and just wallop us. I hate when it does this. This war should have been over so long ago, but my allies are literally sitting there doing nothing. And Rajputan, like, the whole map's just against me now? For what? Hmm. Just finish the fucking siege. Jesus Christ. I would just increase their loyalty instead of their loyalty equilibrium. I'm just gonna lose everything at the beginning again. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I don't get how this siege is taking so long. On a level 2, whatever it is. I watched Egypt do it in like minutes. And there's another revolt. Awesome. Another province lost. Cool. Fuck it, just go in. I mean, this is over at this point. Ooh, we get a claim in China. Nice. What's this peace offer? Cede these shit territories. Sure, let's just get out of the Egypt war. We gave them some shit land there, but whatever. Now we can at least just focus on one war at a time. I don't know how to increase that. I already tried. We'll save money for now. God damn. Now, Egypt's allied to Rajputana. They always team up on me. I don't get it. All right, we have 520 and 509 power. So I think we're going to go ahead and use some of that to increase development. Or actually, where's our capital? Okay. Good, Captain Jack. Yeah, go ahead and siege that back. Now you guys win this. Just keep annoying them in their homeland with that army while this army does the big heavy lifting. Check in on our subjects. How can we decrease their liberty desire? Can't do shit while you're at war, and we're constantly at war, so that just is what it is, I suppose. They, like, not have military access? No, they don't. Dude, just walk right into there. Why does it... How do they just walk through my fort, dude? I don't get it. It's so frustrating. Like, why do I even build forts? I can never walk through them. I promise you that. And this retard has just been walking in circles. Oh god, man, just fix the damn game before you add DLCs. So fucking annoying. We've had 11, 15, 26, 27, 28,000 troops sitting around doing absolutely nothing this whole time. So that's fun too. Okay, dude, just fucking attack them. What is going on here? Why are they so much faster than me? It's so fucking annoying, man. Another loan offer. Ugh. And someone else is going to declare war on us before this ends. I almost guarantee it. Probably Ming. Thanks for the help. Okay, it didn't even go up. Interesting. I mean, yeah, we have no way of getting alliances or really doing anything when we're at war the entire time, so this is just lost. And, 7,000 of these troops can siege in 10 seconds, and 12,000 with a general can't do anything. Fight them. Like, this is just taking an absurd amount of time to where it's not worth it. I can go kill these guys for like the 10th time, but, their manpower doesn't drop to 0 like mine does. And there goes those rebels. I'm sure my 10,000 with a general, when I have a fully maintained fort, will lose to their 10,000, but you have nothing else to risk it for, so why not? Dude, I'm gonna lose my shit. Dude, how are they so fucking fast? Like, it's not fun to chase red dots around the map. Jesus fuck, man. Oh, now they're just both gone from the map, I suppose. Mongolia is helping me. Dude, there's a 0% chance you let these guys keep getting away from you. I'm gonna throw my fucking mouse at the monitor. This is just not fun. I'm gonna just maybe get off for a day. Ugh. My fucking god, man. I fucking hate this. It's just not fun. Look, 1,000 enemies here. You think any of our allies will attack them, or nah? Just let them walk all the way through. Just gonna fucking take this land. I don't understand. But our other two subjects are gonna declare independence. I literally know for a fact. And there's no way we can increase their relation with us while we're in a war here. We can't give them anything. We can't do anything. So I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. Other than just keep surrendering all the land that we worked for. Because this game is retarded. They're just not gonna attack. That's a good thing, at least. These guys are doing 0. Am I like governing if it like why? What is going on? Don't even know who these rebels are, but they're gonna come fight me. Assuming they're gonna beat me before my allies can get there. Even though I purposely clicked so that they would go together. There's another group of separatists to deal with. This guy's not going to get in before we lose the battle, as I assume happens every single time I get into a battle. He's just going to sit there. Nice, nice. Keep sitting there. And then go in now that the battle's over. Nice. Now lose it. No, take your time. I don't have anything to do today. I want to watch this. Go to 8.7. Fucking stupid game. How do you do independence? Why do Raju Patana and all them get shit from this? This is an independence war. They rejected that. Okay. So I guess I just play till they take everything from me. Right? Since they're not gonna accept. That makes no fucking sense there. Oh. Oh. To wait 22 days now. I have to refuse to pay because the game's not going to let me pay 49 out of the 50 back. Fuck all of you. All right, now I need to reconsider everything. First of all, do that. Is there any alliances we can form? It says 4, but I only see 2. Oh, okay, Mongolia we can get in 22 days. That'll be helpful. Alright, we got some mercenary companies. Let's get Mongolia to be our alliance. Let's reduce our maintenance. Can get one more alliance. I would prefer it to be Kazakh. But I guess we'll have to go through the influence tree. Where's improved relations? Okay, you have to wait a sec. Okay. Let's help out our ally, Mongolia. Not our war, so no big deal. Army number 1 is already over here. That's good. Army number 2. Start heading there. Let's take a look at our merchants. Okay. So we have 2% there, 13% there, 58% here. We're already collecting. 8% there, 41% there. We're already collecting 2%. God damn, man. We get no good trade options. Okay. So now we don't need to fight the war anyway. So we will tell them to take out these rebels. Make sure we spend on our maintenance. Okay, we are. Sec, my mom is calling me. I'll call her back later. Where's our diplomacy? Can embargo because we have a truce with them. I suppose that makes sense. We need to repay some loans, but we need money to do that. As anticipated, the separatists with no general are stronger than my trained armies. If we lose both of these, I'm off for the day. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to cut it for today. Hopefully we're through the agonizing start, early game, whatever you want to call it. Same thing happened last time, and even with knowing how it operates, there seems to be no way to really stop it when you come in already as an empire. So we lost some land. We still have both of these guys as subjects, and they like us, but as soon as they don't like us, they'll be gone. Mongolia is our ally, but they are getting absolutely destroyed right now. So hopefully we can get Kazakh or someone as an ally at some point. Maybe we can start a coalition against Ming. Or even against Egypt. No. Okay. But we got a decent start. We have our main lands. We'll figure out what to do with these two because it's pissing me off. Our biggest enemies as of now are Ming and Rajputana. Egypt, I know they took some land from us, but whatever. We'll continue building, hopefully, our development and mainlands up because we had to focus a lot on the wars, which kind of set us back. But other than that, we're not too bad. We needed, again, to lose some land for our governing capacity. Ideally, they'd be our subjects, but, you know, we did end up losing Kazakh, which I believe will be Kazakhstan somehow. Anyway, we'll continue either later tonight or tomorrow. We're still working on Korea potentially being an alliance, which would be cool. They wouldn't accept it, though. We need some type of coastal land for trade as we start upgrading. And eventually we'll take back land if we want to up here. The development's pretty low, but our main focus is going to be probably Rajputana, Delhi. We want Amdo, because this is really high development. And then Ming, obviously, is the biggest threat. Hope you guys enjoyed the beginning. Again, if you're interested, the app or tool that I use is called CK32EU4. Works flawlessly. Did it both times. There's some different settings you can apply, but I think mine are working well. We'll we need to work on getting our trade too so that we can start having positive economy, pay off our debt, get rid of this interest, and just build tall. And then I guess we'll take our revenge on everyone. We're up to 10 plus a month from trade, which is better than what we started. And we also need to wait on our manpower before we do any more wars. So it'll be a little bit of government administrative in the next stream, and then eventually we'll get back to the wars. Hopefully Mongolia can stay solvent and we can start subsidizing them maybe. And then hopefully we can hold on to Uzbek and Transoxania, because that is basically our buffer against Egypt, and hopefully they'll help us if Rajputana comes back. Delhi hates us, so this whole area is kind of the main area. And then development wise, we have here, you can see Gallego or whatever is part of Amdo, which has 93 development, so we will want to take that eventually. Anyway, sorry if I get a little frustrated, just sometimes pisses me off, but we'll get through it. Had fun, and thank you for anyone tuning in, Captain Jack and whoever else. I've seen the viewer count. Not a lot of people chatting, so I don't know exactly who's in here, but please remember to sub on YouTube. We're trying to get to 500. And you can follow on whatever you're watching. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick, X, something else. And you can always DM me or leave comments. I see pretty much all of them since nobody really watches. So if you have any input about the game or the streams, just leave them there. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good Saturday.